everyone, today I've got your Terminator 2 Judgment Day movie review. 11 years after the events of the first film, John Connor is being targeted by a T-1000, and the same T-800 that was from the first film is sent back to protect him. What? As far as the story goes, once again returning to the director's chair, James Cameron directs this film, this sequel, and it is by far the best movie of the series because it just had so much going on. I feel like it was definitely a vast improvement since the first one. The storyline, the character development, the action, and just everything seemed to go pretty well for this movie. This movie has John Connor living with a separate family because his mom was sent to like some psych ward or whatever, because apparently nobody believes that some machine was trying to kill her, which is kind of a shame, really. You sort of see the relationship between John and his mom sort of like dwindle in the beginning until they would eventually meet up again, which is a pretty awesome reunion, if I have to say so. It was like totally worth it. Along for the ride, Arnold Schwarzenegger is just even awesomer. I don't know if that's a word, awesomer, but he was just so good in his role as the Terminator, and he makes you want to like him even more because he was reprogrammed to be like this, new machine. He's sort of learning new things, and John Connor's trying to teach him new things, and he's really acting like a better person, even though John sort of wants him to be more human, even though he's not. He's the reason why I love these movies as a whole. I think he was just perfect for this role, and like especially since he was an up-and-coming action star. So I thought like that was really nice. But then you've got Edward Furlong, who plays young John Connor, and I wouldn't say he's the best actor around because sometimes he screams like a girl in this movie, kind of reminiscent to that kid from Jurassic Park 3. He may not have been the most enjoyable to watch on screen, but it was really fun to see the connection he had with the T-800. And then you've got Linda Hamilton returning as Sarah Connor. She is just so badass. She definitely bulked up for this movie, trying to get into shape, and she's carrying around guns, so you know that she's taking names seriously. Who better than to come along to be the T-1000 but Robert Patrick, who is just super terrifying because he's shape-shifting into all these different people that he's killing, and he's trying to look mostly like a cop, but he's also the one that wants to terminate John Connor, do all sorts of crazy stuff. Now, the things that I did like about this movie, I love how Arnold Schwarzenegger basically, he changed so much in this movie, and you don't always see him with a frown on his face. Sometimes he's even taught to smile, which also added to some of the lighthearted moments in this movie, some that can even make you want to tear up a little bit, especially closer to the end of the movie, which I won't spoil for you guys, for those who haven't seen the movie. But I felt like there was definitely more action in this movie that definitely tops what happened in the first film. I also stand by my statement of saying this is the best movie of the series so far. The special effects have definitely vastly improved, so I really liked how you couldn't, how it didn't look blatantly fake looking. So it just looked really awesome, and just the mechanics and the prosthetics, the makeup, it was just pretty awesome. I wouldn't say I hated anything about this movie, so overall, I thought this movie was pretty entertaining all the way through the 2.5 hours this movie's clocking in. It is just emotional. It's a roller coaster ride all in one. So I cannot stop watching this movie. I ended up getting it on Blu-ray if you saw my video about one of my first Blu-ray hauls. And it definitely looked good, especially seeing that extra scene that wasn't in the theatrical cut of the movie. But I would recommend checking out seeing this movie if you guys haven't. And Arnold approves this shit. And I would give this 5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Be on the lookout for more of my Terminator marathon reviews. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you guys later.